Hey Threadheads! Today, I'm going to show you how to make a very requested clothing item, the Maxi skirt.
DIYer for life.
Okay, so first you need your pattern. And for the pattern, you need your waist, hip, and waist to hip measurements. Once you have your measurements, draw a straight line on a long piece of paper. The length of the line is going to be the total length of your skirt. Mine is 36 inches. Then you're going to draw your waistline. To find the measurement for that line, add 1 inch of seam allowance to your total waist measurement, then divide that number by 4. Next, draw your hip line using that same equation to find the measurement of this line. Then draw your bottom hemline, which will simply be 2 inches longer than your hip line. Connect all those lines together with your pencil and cut out your pattern. The first line you drew will be the center front of your skirt. For the band pattern, simply create a rectangle that's half your waist measurement plus ½ inch by 6 inches. Now that your patterns are all done, it's time to prep the fabric. For my skirt, I'm using this striped stretch knit. I don't want the stripes going vertical or horizontal, so we're going to cut our pieces on the bias, which is also going to give our skirt a really nice drape. To cut the pieces on the bias, lay your fabric out flat and fold a corner over like so. You want to fold it over enough to be able to place the center front line of the pattern on the fold of the fabric and have the pattern fit completely on the 2 layers of fabric. Weigh down the pattern piece and carefully cut around it. And you have the front half of your skirt all cut out. Now open up the fabric and place it right side up. Place the piece you just cut out right side down onto the fabric, meticulously lining up the stripes. When everything is all lined up, pin that piece to the fabric. Then cut around the piece, creating the second half of your skirt. Oh, and don't forget to cut your waistband, which you should also cut on the bias. Now it's time to sew, starting with the side seams of your skirt. First, set your stitch to a stitch appropriate for stretch fabric, and to ensure that there's no stretching happening while you sew, sandwich the seam between tissue paper. I know this is probably not what you want to hear, but if you don't do this, you'll most likely get curly looking edges, and you don't want that if you want a smooth laying skirt. When you're done sewing your seam, you're going to tear that tissue paper right off. It probably all won't come out depending on the stitch you used, but don't worry, it will when you wash it. Now sew the 2 ends of the band together and fold it in half, wrong sides together. Place the band like so around the top of the skirt, lining up the rough edges, and pin those 2 pieces together. Sew them together the same way you did the side seams of the skirt. After you rip that tissue paper off, you're done with your awesome new maxi skirt. Good job! For more fantastic DIY adventures, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment telling us what you want to see on the show. Till next time, snip snip!